you ever sought revenge for any wrongdoings that have come across your way, Dan?
I am revenge.
You've been crying. Look at you. It's been fun. Good, because this next one is titled "How to Get Revenge." I have as well. Never acted on it, because you should never act on your revenge. You should always forgive your enemies. Or something else that somebody else should be telling you and that's licensed. And you should be on a couch and somebody else should be in this chair. So you told me they did something wrong to you. Tell me
How
how
does
you...
that make you feel?
Yeah. All right.
Right.
So,
Vengeance.
is he going to use that drill? Let's find out. Well, he's got armor all or something over here.
Oh, yeah, I was just about to... Whoa, no! You can't park that thing here!
Oh, that's cool.
You can park that... Whoa, no!
You know how they did that?
Huh.
So he's actually there. This is all actually there.
Yeah.
But the camera's back here.
Right. Nice.
Yeah, it's forced perspective.
What is that?
A tank?
You can't park that thing here! But you know where you can park that thing?
No.
World of Tanks, which is incidentally the amazing sponsor of today's video. Hunts,
I see enough tanks on a daily basis, thank you. Howitzers.
Halloween, still inside your body, preferably.
What did I miss?
Howitzers still inside your body.
Sort of.
Sort of.
It's MVP.
They say hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. And normally I would have said that was like an oversimplification, overgeneralization.
Bird.
Then I saw this. Oh. Forgot to plug it in. Damn it. Come on.
Of course,
Then
you
I
don't
saw
plug
this.
it in.
How to Get Revenge, starring Linda Blair. That's right. Those morals are going from blood red.
Wait, that Linda Blair? From The Exorcist?
It is the very same Linda Blair who cemented her legacy as a legendary scream queen after
I should just not
performance as
talk.
Reagan O'Neill, the possessed girl from The Exorcist. You may also remember her from Fox Family's paranormal reality
I'm about to
series,
blur
The
that.
Scariest Places on Earth. You know, the one with the really weird voice?
The squally senses an angry spirit who was denied proper burial.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what that was.
All right, guys, pack it up.
Anyway, well, in 1989, she starred in what IMDb calls a dark and humorous take on how to get revenge on those that have wronged you. Featuring a guy whose face is, he doesn't even want to be associated with this. But too bad. This is the modern age. We have AI face unblurring technology. You can't hide. I actually see why that might have been that way. That actually checks out. Put that back the way it was. What? You don't think this is scary enough for Halloween?
Yeah.
Then I guess you must not fear pieces of media fraught with opportunities for litigious action.
What about for Almost Christmas?
Oh, look at you. You're so brave. This should be a pretty wild ride. So let's see how to get revenge. A pretty wild
I thought that was a flute he was holding. It's a flathead screw.
ride. So let's see how to get revenge.
Woo. Bird. Featuring Brad. And Dan.
I was just reading a few pages from a fascinating book.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that song snippet and put that at the beginning of me going, and you going, and now our JonTron presentation.
It is literally filled with countless pieces of wisdom.
Wisdom.
One, in particular, deserves quoting. It reads, "Vengeance is mine." Now that's a
It's
powerful
also a
quote.
dish best served
From what
cold.
book am I reading? The Bible.
Oh, hey, are we playing Use the Bible to justify what I want to do right now?
Yeah.
I freaking love this game. On Leviticus 27:4, the price of a woman between 20 and 60 years of age shall be 30 shekels. Oh, come
Is that
on,
what
I
John
don't
Cena
mind.
does
There's
when he
gotta
does
be
the-
some depreciation along the way.
Now let me ask you a personal question.
All right.
Has someone ever made you so angry, so upset, that you considered some form of retribution? Some form of revenge?
Yes.
Me? Oh, come on. That's not in my constitution. Okay, fine, you caught me. But you would have done the same in my shoes.
If somebody got wronged on Wheel of Fortune, it wouldn't be in his wheelhouse. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Damn dog stole my NBA career. Damn you, Airbud.
Let's face it, revenge can be sweet. Especially when it's against someone who really deserves it.
Ooh, hello. That
Scoot just a little
bit
bit over.
After all, she didn't need to be coerced. This is, she's getting enjoyment from this. So yeah, this whole thing appears to just be an actual guide on how to get revenge on people you don't like. And that wouldn't be like too weird if it weren't for the fact that a very famous person was headlining it. I don't really understand what they were thinking when they conceived of this. How exactly was this supposed to be received by the general public?
I never rented that.
Watch this and think it was normal or useful? I mean, you can already tell it's got this kind of weird dark undertone to it, like, don't tell my wife. Look,
the babysitter's dead?
Favorite revenge story.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, I love this. Have you seen that kid? Have you seen that kid before? I'm going to start putting him in our videos. That kid is awesome. There's a longer version where the kid gets scared and he's like, oh, Jesus Christ. I love that kid.
My favorite revenge story.
Jesus Christ.
You assume they're joking, but like at the same time, it doesn't really feel like it. Seriously, who was the intended audience for this? It must have been really awkward to rent this from Blockbuster, you know? This isn't for like research or anything. I'm just like a huge fan of Linda Blair.
Right.
I jack off to this, okay? I only jack off to this. Why are you looking at me like I belong on some kind of FBI watch list? Let's look at your rental history. National Geographic Safari Edition? I guess we got a furry here, everybody.
Now, when I talk about revenge, I'm not talking about bodily injury to anybody. I mean, that is definitely not our purpose here.
No, of course not. And on behalf of our
But if it
legal
just
team,
so
we thank you
happens
for
to
clarifying.
happen.
Anyways, check out how the belt on this chainsaw's perfect for going through this hedge in the shape of my sister who cut me out of my dad's will. Oh my gosh, look at that perfectly clean cut. Not related to
Not
anything
even a...
in this material
Shut up,
existence.
Brad.
So anyways, now the thing starts in earnest, and she starts
Earnest?
off by showing us this guy
He saved
who apparently
Christmas.
specializes in
And he was also scared
messing with
stupid.
people's
And he went to
houses
jail.
or something.
Yeah.
But not before she gives us this
And
important
Africa.
message.
And school.
Fasten your seatbelts.
Whoa.
Yeah, I've lived long enough to know that's a serious threat.
Crap, we don't have any
Private investigator Kyle Pappenfuss. He's about to take us on a tour of what one can do to a
He looks like a
marked
Pappenfuss.
that.
There's so much about this, I don't even know where to begin. Do
The
I
name?
talk about how he's Pappenfuss?
Yeah.
Do I talk about his bold stance he's got there? Do
Very
I talk about
bold.
the fact that she just referred to the victim of the crime she's about to encourage as a fucking mark? Is that what I talk about? Let's hear old Pappenfuss out, huh? He might have something good to say. Let's climb right up into that Pappenfussy. Slide around and see what's in it.
All right. First things first. The mailbox. Easy pickings. Everybody has a mailbox, and everybody reaches for their mail.
In the history of the world,
All of a sudden you hear,
nothing good has ever followed that sentence.
Get out of
Who
here!
says you can't put more than mail in there, huh?
He hates this mail.
Oh my God.
Please tell me you've seen The Jerk. He hates these cans.
Yeah.
Okay.
This guy, I don't know, he's not like an X Factor. Like, you know, he says that
Wait. Excuse me.
how it is. Hold on a second. Like, you know when someone just like speaks to you on that extra level, you just want to write it down so you can format it later into like 124-page about manifesto? Like, that's what this guy's doing for me.
See, I couldn't even print that.
You can learn something from this guy.
Think of
Inside
something
joke.
else that you wouldn't want in there. Get the picture?
Nope.
So at this point, she moves on from the last guy and she goes to this like private investigator. who
Dr.
I guess
Wiley?
People would go to if they wanted to.
Or
get
Dr.
revenge
Light.
on someone.
Like
I don't know.
Dr.
Was this
Light.
a real thing back then? I thought this was just a thing that only happened in like Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Mr. Vickers, could you give us an example
Careful.
of what could be done to a former friend or lover?
Now, you're a Friends guy.
Oh, sorry, you cut.
What is a vicar?
A pastor?
Ooh.
Nope.
Remember Joey found Rachel's
Oh.
adult reading material?
Yes.
And it was talking about the vicar?
Right.
It's a chimney sweep.
Oh.
That's the only reason I know that.
I noticed the film crew laying undersea cables through my kitchen and dining room for the last 7 hours. Anyways, now for my candid statement that may or may not land me in a class action civil suit. Look at my hat. Look at my hat. Look at my hat here. I have the hat. I have a hat. I'm just saying that because he has a hat there.
Good job.
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about friends.
All right.
Such as my client, Mr. Harold J. I'm gonna let you pick it up from here.
Well, the incident took place on Thursday afternoon during my lunch break.
And how many of them are dead?
To speed on the lore behind this part, this guy,
what the hell is he?
Got bullied out of a seat at a Chinese restaurant because of, God knows, I don't know. Do you see anything? I don't see anything. Yeah. See no evil, hear no evil. I might be speaking the evil.
I was so humiliated. This kind of thing happened to me many times in the past.
I started hearing the
I wanted
voices
to get even
again.
with that man.
I don't know how I silenced them. I kind of guess I blacked out a little bit.
And that's when I contacted Mr. Vickers.
See,
And that's how he told me where to hide the body.
The rest was jokes.
How to get
This is when
revenge.
the goosebumps start to go up my arm. You do not want to be the last guy in the line to piss this guy off. That's the vibe I'm picking up from this.
Yep.
Well, when Harold first came to me, he didn't know what to do. All he had was...
He was trying to move a cup with his mind.
enough for me. I went down to the Department of Motor Vehicles, and I filled out...
I shot them all.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I just gotta stop. I gotta ask. Is the guy on the right small or is the guy on the left big? Because I can't tell which one is which because they both kind of look like they're normal sized relatively, but when they're next to each other like this, I can't tell.
Now, Harold here was adamant about getting even with him himself, so we laid out a battle plan. Harold, you take over, buddy.
Take over.
With pleasure. I plan to
He holds up Macaulay Culkin's plan from Home Alone.
and phoned the police
All right,
and
hang on.
stated anonymously that I had seen where the robber lived. To make a long story short, the police arrived just as the man was getting into his truck.
Yeah, this right here is when he knew he fucked up for real. Okay, he's not laughing anymore. He was like, okay, I was playing up for the camera. What's going on with you? I think this guy's for real. Call somebody. I don't want to hear him anymore. Yeah, so Big Boss Daddy over here is just talking about how he framed an innocent person by planting a gun on them in the dark of night, and that's just fine. So that's what I'm saying about this. I've dug up as much as I could on the internet about this film, and there's just not that much information.
She was the
about
first
this.
Black
I've dug
Widow.
up as much as I could on the internet about this film, and there's just not that much
Slash
information
Hawkeye.
on the thing itself or the people involved in it. Like, these people don't really seem like they're acting the whole time. They're sort of just playing it off like it's an act, but I don't know if I buy it. There's even a part later that's just a guy showing you how to sabotage a car. Isn't there some kind of federal clause prohibiting this sort of thing?
All right, the next thing here we'll deal with is cooling system. The idea is to put substances in there that expand with water. Baking flour, pancake batter, or even paper mache.
Really, the only limit?
Dan, you
is
missed
your
breakfast.
imagination. As long as it stalls our engine when they're already doing 90 down the interstate, I'll co-sign that.
Now, if your Mark is a member of the minority, you might turn him over to the Immigration Service.
Oh my God, close it. I'm okay. Is everyone okay? Oh, thank God she told me to put this seatbelt on earlier. To be honest, if I knew that was coming, I probably would have installed like a lap bar or something. There we go. That's perfect. I'll be needing this for the rest of the day at this rate.
Damn.
Jesus Christ, he's telling people to falsely report people to the immigration services? How was this made? Seriously, how was this ever acceptable? That this could not have flown back then, even then, right?
This is going to cause him hours and hours of endless paperwork trying to prove he's a citizen of this country.
And better yet, they might just deport him.
Woo!
And that'll teach you to think twice about stealing my parking spot at Trader Joe's again, huh, you wily bastard? So if this wasn't already weird enough, at this point she brings on an actual detective from the police force. If you recall from earlier, that one guy had his face completely blurred as well, so it lends credence to the fact that these are real people who had stature in their respective institutions and didn't want their identities released.
And to give us a few examples is Detective J.M. I'd like to play a little game with you, if that's all right. I'll give you a situation.
Did I say that's all right? If I recall, I just stared at you menacingly. Do I look like I have time to play
That's-
backgammon, sweetie? I am a working professional.
I mean, the
Okay,
color's a
well,
little
the
off,
elephant
but
on the
that's...
Then we get back to business. Oh, the butterflies tickle my face all the way up and down.
And then I'd like you to respond with a method of male revenge that you would recommend.
Okay, shoot.
Let's say the Mark is a family man.
No, I mean like shoot him, literally. Just use a gun. What are you mailing him something for? What is it, his birthday? Just off him. Use a pistol like this. Like that, just like this. Like that. Right here, like this.
Mark is a family man. You know, a wife, 2 kids, a dog. What can you do to disrupt the entire family as opposed to just the Mark?
Yeah, you know, just like it says in this old book I used to spearhead this whole operation. The son should not suffer the sins of the father. I didn't see that.
Put them on offensive mailing lists.
pornographic mailing lists, such as pornographic magazines, pornographic merchandise. Put them on the Communist Party's mailing list. There are hundreds of mailing lists you can put them on.
Did they think this through at all? In this part, he's literally advocating to send pornography to where, like, minors could see or access it.
Oh, look,
Did
that
anyone
magazine's
making this
X-rated.
have even the slightest semblance of a moral compass? Just send them smut, or, I don't know, put some Karl Marx in front of them. That'll confuse the shit out of them. Their grades will go down or something. That guy don't make no sense.
By the way, there are dozens upon dozens of homosexual and bisexual magazines available today.
The last part wasn't enough!
I found if you mail these to the Mark's place of work, you can start rumors or quickly get them fired.
Fascinating.
And I have stacks of them here. If you need to buy, I mean, if you need to have, I have access to
I
them.
put my stamp of approval on this. I won't regret this at all. Thanks for watching, everyone.
You're welcome.
Before I leave you for good this Halloween season, I want to put to use some of those interesting skills I learned throughout the course of today's video.
You ever used a rotary before?
Hello?
Is your refrigerator running?
Yes.
That's... Did you... it's not a joke. I planted a bomb in your bathtub.
Oh my gosh. Oh, well, thank you for calling. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. I have to go.
It's 99 cents a minute!
Bye.
I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that. Plus, you said not to use violence in your thing, so I don't know why you think I'd do that. Hello? Am I doing the show now? Am I the host? Hi, Mom. I know this probably isn't like what you expected from me. I know you wanted me to go to like medical school, but I don't know. I just feel like the doctor industry is not up and coming anymore.
I'm not going to do that one. We're going to have to wait for Chase for that one.
Okay.